Hi, everybody, and welcome back to Transforming Relationships Through a Course in Miracles with Duck Quins
And Holy Spirit in the house,
in the house
as always.
and ready to work some miracles.
Well, we did a great class last week, giving up, looking for love in all the wrong places, just like the country western song says. And we're learning that God did not slack in creating us. God didn't create us lacking. God created us with everything. We're told that all the time, but we don't really know what that means. But we're slowly learning that one thing it means is we don't have to go outside of ourselves to be complete, to find peace, joy, happiness. And we're going to pick back up this week in chapter 16, section 4. And I believe paragraph 5, or if we want to read paragraph 4 and just kind of rehearse it.
We could do that. All right, cue the pup.
Come and say hi to everybody.
Say hi.
Say hi.
Here's our miracle mascot.
Yeah.
Come say hi. Come show your pretty face.
Show your face.
Oh, yeah. There's our little miracle mascot. Yeah. Whenever we start feeling crazy, we just pet Spirit and then it's all better.
And then she gives us unconditional
exactly. Love. Yes. Here's our real teacher of real love. We're just trying to get to the point where we can love like our dog. Yeah. As unconditional as our dog. That's what we're working toward. Yeah. And there's a reason why dog is God spelled backwards. Mm-hmm. Isn't that right, baby?
Yeah. That's right.
That's right. So where we're going to be at today is we're going to be in chapter 16, section 4 in both books, the blue covered edition and the original edition, chapter 16, section 4. Mm-hmm. And the title of the section in the blue book is The Illusion and the Reality of Love. And the title of the section in the original edition is Abandoning the Illusion of Love. I have titled this class tonight, Abandoning Our Illusions of Love. So you may recall from part 1, so this is Abandoning Our Illusions of Love, part 2. So this is part 2. So we started this section last week. And we talked about, like Greg said, we talked about all of our illusions of love, all the ways that we have sought to find love and find that experience of completion, but never found it. And became very angry and very betrayed because of that. You can only feel betrayed by love or abandoned by love if you had defined love wrongly, and if you had looked for love in all the wrong places. So that's what we talked about in part 1, was our illusions of love. Like, if you would change, I would be happy. If you love me, you will sacrifice, all the illusions, all the lies that we have surrounded love in. And because we surrounded love in all these lies, then we came to associate love with fear. We came to associate love with sacrifice and love with hate, to the point where now we have that saying in our culture that goes, well, you only hate and you only hurt those you love. No, you only feel hurt by others when you have defined love as love is not. So we're going to pick up where we left off in paragraph 5. So this is chapter 16, section 4, paragraph 5. But Greg said maybe we should do a quick review of paragraph 4. So you want to how about we do that?
Read it straight.
I'll just read straight through paragraph 4. It'll give us a little preview of last week's class, and then we'll pick back up where we left off. And if you really want the full Monty for this class, go back and watch last week's class, Abandoning Our Illusions of Love, Part 1, and then this one, and you get the full Monty, the full Course in Miracles Monty. All right, so now we're going to review through paragraph 4. Love is not an illusion. What does that mean? That means love is a fact, which means where disillusionment around love is possible, there was not love. So love never dissolves into disillusionment. Okay, you can never be disillusioned by real love. Okay, wherever disillusionment of love was possible, there wasn't love but hate, because hate is an illusion, and what can change was never love. So if you say, oh, well, you used to love me, but now you don't anymore. We used to have love, but now we don't. That wasn't real love. Love never dissolves down into disillusionment. Okay. Then it says, and so it is certain that those who select certain people as partners in any aspect of living and use those people for any purpose which they would not share with everyone else, those folks are trying to live with guilt rather than die of it. And this is the choice they see. Either I live with guilt or I die of guilt. And love to them, to these folks, is only an escape from death. These folks, they seek love desperately, but they are not seeking love in the peace, in the inner peace, in which love would gladly come quietly to them. So the unreal relationship is where we're desperately seeking for love outside of ourselves. But instead of seeking love desperately outside of ourselves, we could just seek for peace. We could just seek for love in the peace. We could seek for love in peace within ourselves, and then love would quietly come to us. So that's the goal here, allowing our awareness of the love that's already in us, because it is us, to rise to our awareness. That's where love really is. And we find it when we seek for love in the peace within ourselves. And when we find that the fear of death is still upon us, then the so-called love relationship, the unreal love relationship, loses the illusion that it is the love that it is not. But when the barricades against the hate are broken, fear rushes in and hatred triumphs. All right.
Very good.
Okay, that was paragraph 4. Paragraph 5, but there are no triumphs of love. Only hate is concerned with the so-called triumph of love. Okay. You know how in our relationships we go into the power struggle where we're trying to triumph, where we're trying to win over the people we're in a relationship with. You know how when we're in a conversation or an argument, we're trying to win, we're trying to triumph. Okay. Only hate, only fear is concerned with winning.
I was going to say triumph is winning, or you could say getting.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're going to go this weekend and triumph over these other people and get a win, because we don't have a win. Mm-hmm. So we have to go out and get one.
Right.
Whereas God is telling us, I created you with all the love in the world that you would ever need.
Mm-hmm.
And we believe that we have to go out and win some love. Mm-hmm. We have to triumph and get some love. I got to get me some love. As we've been doing this lesson last week and this week, I keep imagining God, in the baby factory of heaven, creating all of us children of God. And here we are putting in the strollers one by one, and there's this long line of stroller babies getting ready to come to earth. And then Gabriel comes up to God and goes, all right, are we ready for the next batch? Yep, we're ready. They have everything they need.
For total happiness and peace.
And Gabriel's looking under the blankets in the stroller and going, did you put the love in there that they need?
Check.
Well, they're gonna be dropped off on Earth, remember, and then they're gonna go triumph. They're gonna go win themselves some love. Oh, well, what about the people that don't win any love? What about the people that don't find any love or get any love? Well, you know.
Oh, well, you win some, you lose some.
I provided it on the Earth. They just have to go and find it. They just have to go get it. And so, welcome, Muhammad. Yes. Good to have you here today.
Hi, Mary.
And Mary.
And Demi.
Demi, I was looking at those because they're so small, but I finally figured it out.
Yes. Beautiful. Yeah. So, in the unreal love relationship, we're concerned with winning, in competing. Right. Real love isn't concerned with winning or competing, because real love is not concerned with triumph or winning at all. So when you find yourself in that competitive mode with the people you're in relationship with, don't call that love. That's fear. You're not experiencing or expressing love. You are experiencing hate. Only hate is concerned with winning and triumph. Okay. So, in the unreal love relationship, the illusion of love has become accepted as what love is. Right. And then now hate and fear and competition is what is called love. He's saying that's not what love is. Love is not concerned with winning or triumph. Okay. All right. Only hate is concerned with the so-called triumph of love. The illusion of love can triumph over the illusion of hate, but always at the price of making both love and hate illusions. And as long as the illusion of hatred lasts, so long will love be an illusion to you. Wow. So love won't have any real meaning to you as long as hatred does have meaning to you. Okay. All right. So then it says, and then the only choice that remains possible is which illusion you prefer. There is no conflict in the choice between truth and illusion. Seen in these terms, truth and illusion, no one would hesitate. But conflict enters the instant the choice seems to be one between illusions, for this choice does not matter. Where one choice is as dangerous as the other, the decision must be one of despair. So, paragraph 6, your task is not to seek for love. All right. That'll save me a lot of time and money and effort and heartache and despair. Your task is not to seek for love. Okay, what is our task then? Your task is only to merely seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against love. Why? Because it's not necessary to seek for what is true, but it is necessary to seek for what is false. Okay, so beautiful. I love that. That is really that. Those sentences right there is really how A Course in Miracles begins. At the beginning of the course, it talks about that your task is not to seek for love, right? Love is what you are. Love is what reality is. Love is what God is. And so you don't need to seek for what you are. You don't need to seek for what is reality. You don't need to seek for what your nature already is, right? Course in Miracles teaches us you are love. Why? Because God is love and God created us like God is. And so we are the love we seek. We don't need to seek for the love we already are. We don't need to seek for what we already have. But what we do need to do is we need to seek and find all the barriers that within ourself, within our own mind, that we have built against that love. Okay. And so that is what A Course in Miracles is helping you to do. The Course in Miracles is a curriculum that is helping you to look within yourself and find all the barriers that you have built against love, right? You are not experiencing love in your life, not because you're unworthy of love or not because there's not enough good people out there to have love with. That's not why you're not experiencing love in your life. It's because we have built barriers against love within ourselves. And that's why we're not experiencing love in our relationships, in our world. And what we heard from the last week's class, which was part 1, the main barrier that we have built against love is that we have defined love wrongly. We've defined love as something that's outside of you, that you've got to earn, that you got to get, that you got to try to possess. And that if you do find it and possess it, then you got to try to figure out how to keep it, right? We've learned that love is something that you get and that you have to earn from outside of yourself. That's the main barrier that we have built against love. And so that's what we got to find, so that we can experience more love in our life, is what are the ways that I have been seeking for love where love is not? What are the ways I have defined love wrongly so that I am not experiencing love? That's our only task, right? That's our only job, our task, so that we can experience the love that we are and the love that is reality, the love that is natural, the love that you don't got to earn and you don't have to seek for, and you don't have to sacrifice for. All right. I love it. And the reason you don't have to seek for love is because you don't have to seek for what is true. For what's already true about you, what's already true. You don't need to seek for that. Okay.
And what's true? You already have love.
You already have love.
You already are love.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be like somebody winning the Super Bowl, and then we come to them the next week and go, "Hey, you want to come this weekend and play the Super Bowl so you can win the trophy?" And they're like, "I already have the trophy.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Why would I go and try to get what I already have?"
Yes.
And that's exactly what A Course in Miracles is telling us, is we continue to find what we need outside of ourselves, like Frank tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Frank is trying to find
more
outside of himself,
more vibration
than perhaps he already has. But we keep doing that, and then we get disappointed because sometimes we think we get the love outside of us, which is 100% every time a trick. If you ever think that you got love, got peace, got joy, got happiness
from something outside of you,
then you were fooled. You were tricked.
You deceived. And
then one day, that person that you thought you got love because they were outside of you, then they pass away and now you don't have love anymore.
Right.
Or they find somebody else and they run off and there goes your love down the train track.
Right. Yeah.
And what a horrible creator that would create us to have to be like that, that we just start out in that baby stroller and we don't have nothing. And we're just going to go out there and try to find all these things thinking, "Oh, I found it. Oh, I didn't find it. Oh, I found it. Oh, I didn't find it." That's
how the Course defines hell.
And brain damage.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And then it says, So you don't have to seek for what you have. You don't have to seek for what you are. You don't have to seek for what is true, which means you don't have to seek for love, which means you don't have to seek for happiness or peace or joy. Okay. Or your value or your worth. Okay. And all you got to do is seek for the barriers that you have built against that experiencing that love, that peace, that joy within yourself. So why am I not experiencing more love, more joy, more peace and happiness? Well, I got some barriers against experiencing that love, that peace, that joy within me, within my mind. I got to go seek them. Okay, here's one of those barriers. If you seek love outside yourself, you can be certain that you perceive hatred within yourself and you are afraid of that hatred. Okay. So you can be certain that if you're telling yourself, when I get that person, when I get that job, when I get that money, when I get this, I will have love. If I can find the right person, if that person would just change, then I could have that love. I'd be happy. What that means is that you have looked within yourself and seen no love. You've seen hate. You've looked within and went, I hate what I see within myself. You can be sure if you're seeking for love outside yourself, you've already looked within and saw something that you hated, something that you didn't love. You looked within and you didn't see anything lovable within yourself. And that's why you're now seeking outside yourself for that love. All right.
And again, the Course itself says that the Course in Miracles is a practical curriculum. Yes. It's just so practical. And what we're hearing is very practical. And for me, it's just common sense. If I have $1 million, why would I go outside of myself and try to find $1 million? Mm-hmm. I already have $1 million. Mm-hmm. If I look inside of myself and I don't like myself, I hate myself, mm-hmm. well, obviously then I don't have love. Mm-hmm. And I'm love lack. I need to go find some love, get some love. That's right. And then the only place now I have left is outside of me. Mm-hmm. And you were talking about barriers. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Excuse me. Making noises.
Yes, I am making noises. I'm going to turn it off.
And you were talking about barriers. Mm-hmm. And I believe one of the barriers, the key barriers that we're dealing with is belief. Mm-hmm. That belief that I need to go outside of myself to find love. Mm-hmm. I need to go outside of myself to have peace.
I got to go earn my value.
Yeah, I got to earn some joy, earn some happiness. Mm-hmm. And a lot of us, I believe, sit here thinking, well, of course I have to go outside of myself to get all these things. But the truth is we don't. Mm-hmm. Once we accept the truth and then start experiencing the truth, how would you like to experience love and go, wow, I just feel loved. Mm-hmm. I just feel loved. When I was in Vegas last week, I told Anna, and I also told one of my buddies I was out there with, that I just felt the presence of God with me everywhere I went. And people are like, in Vegas? Mm-hmm. Well, yes, because everywhere that I go, love goes with me, mm-hmm. because love is within me. Mm-hmm. Love isn't outside of me. Vegas isn't going to change whether I have love or not have love. Mm-hmm. Vegas isn't going to change whether I have joy or I don't have joy. Mm-hmm. If I went to Vegas to find my happiness, find my joy, I'm going to be highly disappointed. Mm-hmm. But if I go there already knowing I have all of that, mm-hmm. then I'm free. Mm-hmm. I have freed Vegas. Mm-hmm. And now I really can experience fun, happiness, joy.
Whatever happens.
Because I already have it.
Yeah, whatever happens.
I'm not making anything, a servant to what I already have.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and if you are seeking for love outside yourself, then it just means that you have not. It just means that you don't perceive that there's something loving within yourself, right? That means you really just haven't looked within yourself with the guidance of love, right? So if you don't like what you see within yourself, if you hate what you do perceive within yourself, then of course in Miracles is telling us, then you need to ask your creator, what is the truth about you, right? If you have looked within and seen something hateful within yourself, it's because you are asking yourself for the truth about yourself. And the Course in Miracles teaches you that you need to turn to your true authority, the one who created you, and ask them, what is the truth about me? How did you create me to be? So you're assuming if you look within and see something hateful within yourself, that's because you think you are your creator and you have only asked yourself for the truth about yourself.
Yeah, that's a great point. And yourself has told you who didn't create you.
That's right.
You need to go outside yourself to find love.
Because what's in you is unlovable.
Yeah, you don't have love in you.
Right.
So you need to go find some.
Exactly. And also, if you have looked within and you don't like what you see in you, if you don't like what you perceive in you as you, it can only be because you learned in the past from people who don't know the truth about you, because they don't know the truth about themselves. So you learned wrongly about your truth. You learned wrongly about your true nature. That's what A Course in Miracles is teaching us. If you don't like yourself, it's because you learned falsely about yourself from people who didn't know the truth about you, because they don't know the truth about themselves. And so what the Course in Miracles then teaches us to do is then go turn now to our creator who did create us as love and ask the true authority. Ask the one who did create you, what is the truth about you?
And that, again, doesn't that make sense to go to the owner?
Go to the source.
The owner's manual?
Yeah, exactly.
And say, hey, you created me. Yeah. What's the truth?
Exactly.
We're always acting like we create ourselves.
Exactly. And we act like the people who raised us, whoever that was, we act like, well, whatever they thought about us, that's the truth about us. When that's not the case, right? Most of the times the people who raised us, they didn't know that they are only love. They didn't know the truth about themselves. And then they taught us wrongly. They taught us we were guilty. They taught us we were sinners. They taught us we were unworthy. They taught us we deserved punishment, et cetera, et cetera. And so now we just assume that we are who they taught us that we are, or that we are who we think we are. And so we don't bother to turn to our source, our creator, to ask our creator, how did you create me? What is the truth about me? Right? We need to stop asking ourselves, what's the truth about me? Or relying on what those who raised us in the past believed about us. And we need to go to the source. Okay. He says, so if you seek love outside yourself, you can be certain that you see hatred within yourself and you're afraid of that hatred. Yet peace will never come from the illusion of love, but only from love's reality. So the peace will never come from an illusion of love. Peace will never come from love outside yourself. Never. Love and peace will never come from outside yourself. It will love and peace and joy will only come from recognizing its reality. that it is reality. It is your reality, whether you believe it or not. All right. Then in paragraph 7, it says, recognize this because it's true. This is the truth. And truth must be recognized if truth is to be distinguished from illusion. And here is the truth that must be distinguished from illusion. The special love relationship where you're seeking love outside of yourself.
Thank you.
That is your attempt to bring love into separation. That is your attempt to bring love into hate. And trying to bring love into hate by seeking for love outside of yourself, that attempt is nothing more than an attempt to bring love into fear and make love real in fear. In fundamental violation of love's one condition, the relationship in which you're seeking love outside of yourself is trying to accomplish the impossible. Okay. So we just got another definition of a fake love relationship.
And really, I say this all the time. It's not your fault. Mm-hmm. It's not my fault. We're not bad people. Mm-hmm. We're not idiots. We're not stupid. Mm-hmm. We all were raised up to be taught, okay, go get a girlfriend now. Mm-hmm. Okay, go get a good wife or a husband or a boyfriend or a mate. Mm-hmm. And
somebody.
Because that's the teaching that we've all been raised up in, is the teaching of the world is that everything you need is outside of you.
Exactly.
That's what this world represents.
That's right.
Is everything that you need is outside of you.
Yeah, you are empty within you. You don't have your own worth. You don't have your own value. You don't have your own peace. You don't have your own love. You are empty, and you need to go get it if you want to have anything. That's what we're taught.
Yep. And again, if we were made in the image and the likeness of God, how could we be empty?
Mm-hmm. Right.
If we were made in the image and likeness of God, how could we need or have to go outside of ourselves to get anything?
Right.
That does not make sense.
Exactly.
But yet the world teaches, since you were little, everything you need is outside of you.
Yes.
And whatever you need will be provided by the world outside of you.
If you can get it.
If you can get it. And of course, a lot of people aren't going to get
right.
Because it's outside of them.
Yeah.
So they have to get it.
Exactly. And you notice we've all had this experience within ourselves, and we've seen it a million times in the world, is people who seem to have everything, but they're still unhappy. Right. So even though they seem to have all the power, fame, money, physical pleasure in the world, they still aren't happy. And so now they become addicted to drugs, or now they, now they're profoundly depressed or anxious. We've seen it a million times. It doesn't matter how much you are able to get from the world outside of you for yourself. It doesn't matter. It will never, it says, it will never work. It will never satisfy you. You can never experience love from getting someone or something outside of you to, quote, love you. Mm-hmm. So external love, like, oh, they love me, so I must be lovable. External love is not real love. Mm-hmm. Love is not something that you must find from without, that you must get from without. For sure, love is not something you need to pay for. For sure, love is not something that you have to sacrifice something for to get it. And anytime you are seeking for love or value or happiness outside of yourself, then you are going to then associate love with fear. Because let's say, okay, I'm like, oh, I got love when I got Greg. Okay, well, now I have to be afraid of love because now I could lose it if something happened to Greg, or if Greg decided that he wanted to leave and go have a different relationship, right? So if I believe love is something outside of me that I have to get and find, I'm always going to associate love with fear. I'm always going to be afraid of fear, believing that it can lose me just as well as I got it.
And I'll be honest, I've heard the Course say many times that we're afraid of love. And that's one of those things that I hate myself. In other words, I don't believe it.
Right.
I don't believe that I'm afraid of love.
Right.
I mean, come on.
Right.
Who would be afraid of love? Everybody wants love, right? But it makes total sense now, this particular section reading, why I'd be afraid of love, exactly as Anna just explained it. Because if I was her love and I died, then her love would be gone. So she would always be afraid of love because she could lose it.
Yes.
Whereas, wouldn't the better story be that you already have love and you can never lose it because it's within you, you have it. And so it doesn't matter who dies, who lives, what happens outside of you doesn't affect what God has already given us.
Right.
God has already given us, as the Course says, everything. And as we were talking before class, Anna reminded us, I am as God created me, which is I have everything.
I am love.
I am love. I am as God created me. I don't need to go out and get that love. Such a powerful, powerful message, because we're learning that we are powerful beings, having been given everything.
Yeah, and the Course in Miracles says that the truth, the fact that we have been given everything by God, that is the end of our fearful, angry, guilty mind. That's the end of our fear. That's the end of our fear. The main obstacle to love within ourselves is the belief that we haven't been given everything by God, and we really are empty on the inside, and that we need to get our value, get our peace. Okay, so then it says, how but in illusion could this be done? It is essential that we look very closely at exactly what it is that we think we can do to solve a dilemma which seems very real to you, but which does not exist. So, what is this dilemma that seems very real to me, but which does not exist? The dilemma that seems very real to me is this: I perceive that I'm alone. I perceive that I am without love, that I am without love, and that now I have to go get some and find it. And if I even do, and don't forget also the dilemma is I got to go make myself worthy of it. I got to earn that love by sacrificing. This is a dilemma that seems very real to me. You know, I don't have the worth and the value of myself. I don't have all the love in me. Now I got to go find it. I got to go earn it. And then I got to somehow try to possess it. And then once I do, then I got to figure out how to frickin' keep it. That is the dilemma that seems very real to us. That's why we're afraid. And he says, and we got to look at this dilemma that we think is very real to us. And we have to also look very closely at exactly what it is that we think we can do to solve that dilemma.
Yeah. Thank you for bringing that up. At the very beginning, that's what it told us, to look at it. And so look at it. And to me, what that means is look at wherever I'm upset. If I'm upset that with this person because now I don't have love, Well, once I look at it through the filter of A Course in Miracles, I go, wow, I was off track from before I ever met that person.
Yeah, right.
I was out in the wilderness before they ever left me or I ever found them, because I thought that they were going to give me what I already had. And I don't recognize I have it,
right,
because I'm distracted looking somewhere where it isn't. And so sooner or later, we will accept that truth.
Yes.
And when we do, trust me, our life will change dramatically.
Exactly. Okay, lost contact with Facebook. Okay. Oh, here, a second. Okay, let's see if we can reconnect with Facebook. We'll see if we can. Hold on, guys.
Having a little
little technical issue.
issues here.
Okay. We are reconnected. Wonderful. Okay. So this is what we're doing. We're looking at the dilemma that seems very real to us. It seems very real to us that I'm alone and without value and worth or love, unless there's somebody here saying, I value you, I love you, and I'll never leave you, right? That is the dilemma that seems very real to us. Like if I don't have another body with me saying they love me and proving it, then I am without love and I am without worth and value. And we got to look at that, and we have to look at exactly what we've been doing to try to solve that so-called dilemma, which is very real to us, but ain't real at all.
Right.
Okay. That's what we're doing here in this section and in A Course in Miracles in general.
And doesn't this explain, we've all heard, most of us have heard that the kingdom of God is within. Most of us have heard that.
Yes.
Well, what does that mean? The kingdom. What is the kingdom? And that it's within us. What does that mean? Well, now, again, through reading this particular section, doesn't it open up our hearts and our ears to understand, oh, the kingdom is within us. Oh, we don't have to go outside of ourselves for anything.
Right.
And so now it makes more sense.
Yes.
That the kingdom is within.
Yes. Which means the love that we seek, the love, the joy, the worth, the value that we crave is within. That's what it means to say the kingdom is within.
Right.
And which also means the truth about yourself, it's within you. The love, the joy that you seek, the worth, the value that you seek, that you've been seeking for, in other people, places, and events, is actually truly within you. And the only reason you're not experiencing it is because you're not looking within. You're seeking without, right? You're seeking without, and you're not looking within. That's the only reason that you have not found the reality that you are love, you are peace, you are joy, you are happiness. We're just looking in the wrong place. Demi says, the world's false messaging of materialism and image for worth. Exactly. That's right. If you look like this, then you'll be loved and you'll have worth and value. If you look like this, if you have some of this, if your teeth are white, if you have this, then people will love you. You'll have worth and value. That is the illusion. Those are the barricades to love that we have built within ourselves. Okay. Now, you can find those barricades to love within yourself by just simply asking yourself, what is it that I think I need right now that is out there that I have to go find and get to have that worth and that value, to have that love that I desire. That's where it is. Wherever it is that you feel betrayed, wherever it is you feel disappointed by love, betrayed by love, wherever it is you have felt abandoned by love, that is where you have been seeking for love outside of yourself. That's where you have been worshiping idols, believing that they could give you that love, that worth, that value. Okay.
Beautiful.
So wherever it is that you feel hurt, abandoned, betrayed, all of those things that we have felt by love, we we all say, oh well, love abandoned me, love abandoned, love hurt me. Where is it in your life have you felt hurt by, quote, love? Oh, that person who said they love me, were supposed to love me, they hurt me. Okay. They did not hurt you. They did not betray you. They did not take love from you. Whatever you thought was love that you then thought betrayed you or hurt you, that wasn't really love. So
if anything, they were there to help teach you that your belief in finding love outside of yourself was wrong.
Exactly.
And they're like, see?
Exactly.
They don't realize that, but nothing outside of us can sustain,
right?
Can last, and that's our learning lesson.
And that's
one of our learning lessons here on Earth School.
And what it said in part 1, in the earlier paragraphs of this section, it said that when you realize this is your freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Because until you realize that the love and the worth and the value you seek is within you, you are going to imprison yourself to those idols.
Mm-hmm.
You are going to make yourself a subject. You're going to imprison yourself to these idols that you are worshiping, thinking, oh, they will give me the love. That will give me the value. Mm-hmm. Right? So as you realize that you are the love, and you look for it within yourself, in your reality, you will experience yourself as freedom from the imprisonment that worshiping idols puts you in.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So what if you believed and accepted the truth that you've never been betrayed by love? Like, think about it. What if you accepted the truth that you've never been abandoned by love? You have never been abandoned by love.
Right.
I mean, think of all the grievances we have with the people in our past.
Mm-hmm.
They betrayed me, they abandoned me, they deceived me, they hurt me, all these people that were supposed to love me, that said they loved me, they hurt me, they abandoned me, they betrayed me. The truth is you never have been hurt by love. Love has never hurt you. Love has never abandoned you. Love has never betrayed you.
It certainly would make it easy to forgive them, because forgiveness is letting go of what never happened.
Mm-hmm.
And so to forgive somebody who I thought had, abandoned me in love,
mm-hmm.
then I realized, oh, they couldn't abandon my love because
mm-hmm.
they're not the source of my love.
Okay.
And so once I recognize that, I can go back in my history tablet
mm-hmm.
and just start erasing everyone up. I thought in that story
mm-hmm.
that they were the source of my happiness.
Yep.
I thought in that story that boss was the source of my provision
mm-hmm.
and my safety.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that person was the source of my love. And all these people I used to have grievances with, now I can go back, and that's why the Course says, I want you to look at I forget how it said at the beginning. Do you remember? I'll go back and try to find it, but it
wants you to look at the special love relationship.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
Yep.
It says, don't be afraid to look at the special hate relationship.
The very first sentence
of the section.
And trust me, mm-hmm. The first sentence
says it all.
And 2, I've always said the first sentence is like the powerhouse of every section.
Right.
And then the rest of the section explains it.
Mm-hmm.
And why not be afraid to look at it? Because if we don't, we're just going to keep going on playing the same game we've always been playing, looking outside of ourselves, not recognizing what we're doing, making the same error over and over and over.
Right.
But once we look at it and we're not afraid to look at, oh, I'm not afraid to look at it now because I see what I've been doing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the one that made this other person responsible for something that they're not responsible for, that they couldn't be responsible for,
Right.
that they couldn't provide for me.
That's right.
Even if they had to, because that's an impossibility.
It's impossible. Right. And so if you knew that it wasn't love who betrayed or abandoned or rejected or hurt you in the past, then you could stop being afraid of love. And if you were not afraid of love anymore, you would stop sabotaging it.
Mm-hmm.
You know how we sabotage love. Love comes into our life, somebody who comes in saying, I love you, or, it's like, oh, I feel love with this person. And then what do we start doing? We start sabotaging it unconsciously. We start doing stupid things. We start doing things that make that person want to go away.
Mm-hmm.
We start sabotaging love because we're afraid of love. Because we believe it was love that betrayed us, love that hurt us in the past, love that abandoned us in the past. And so now we're afraid of love. So when love comes close to us, we sabotage. We do stupid things that make that person run away from us. And then we go, see, look, I was right. Love abandons you. Love hurts you.
Yeah, what do we say when we get out of a relationship and then 2 weeks later somebody else shows up? We go, I'm not ready.
I'm not ready. I'm so wounded.
Love already hurt me.
I'm still recovering from the way love hurt me in the last relationship. Right.
Yeah, which clearly demonstrates that we're asleep, that we do not have an awareness of truth.
Yes. That we don't know what love is.
Yeah. That just says that we're just waiting again. And that demonstrates we're afraid of love.
Yeah, exactly. And the truth is that love can never abandon you. You can never be disillusioned. Like, oh, it was real love, but turned out it wasn't. Love will never deceive you. Love doesn't deceive.
Or we say that it was love at the beginning, the first couple of years. You remember those years, don't you?
Right. Yes.
How everything was so great and we were in love, and then it just went to pot.
Yeah. Right.
And that's another thing we learn is love doesn't change.
Love doesn't change. What does it say? Where you could be disillusioned, it wasn't love.
Mm-hmm.
And so how, like, think of all the grievances. All of our grievances are all of our anger, our hurt, all the woundings that we have. I'm so wounded. I can't have a relationship now because I'm so wounded. Right. Or, we're all carrying around these wounds, saying that it was love that wounded us.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Not realizing that, no, it was all of our beliefs, our false beliefs about what love is, that hurt us. And so what would we be like without all of our so-called love wounds? What would our life be like without all of those grievances with everybody in the past? What would it be like inside your mind without all those grievances, without all that anger, without all that perception of hurt? I mean, really, like how much mental, emotional energy are we wasting on all these grievances with people from our past? like saying that they hurt us, they abandoned us, they betrayed us, when really it was us who betrayed ourselves by defining love as love is not. Wow. Truly, and we could right now be free from the burden and the toxicity of all those grievances if we wanted to.
Yep.
Imagine being free from all the burden and the toxicity and the anger from all those grievances with the people in our past.
By just changing a belief.
Exactly. Talk about being born again.
Right.
Grievances are toxic and they are a burden. And that's the barriers that we have built inside of ourselves against love. Every single one of those grievances are making a toxic barrier to us experiencing the love that is within us, that never did leave us just because somebody did something that we didn't like, or just because they left us. Wow. That, he said, it's very crucial that we look at the barriers that we have built within ourselves against love. And every grievance that I'm holding, which every grievance says, you took love from me. Every one of those grievances that says love was taken from me or love deceived me is the barricade to love within myself. Okay, here we go. So then it says, right, it says, you have come very close to truth. Okay, good to know. And only your misperceptions about love stand between you and the bridge that leads you into the truth, into the heaven that is within you. We've come very close to the heaven that's within us. We've come very close to the love that is within us. We've come very close to it. How do you know? Because you're listening to the truth here, which is telling you what real love is and what real love isn't. That's how our teacher knows we have come very close to what real love is, the heavenly love within us. And only our misdefinitions of love are standing between us and the bridge that leads us to the love that is us. Like Greg said, the kingdom within, the love within. Heaven, the love within you, is waiting silently. The love within you is waiting silently. And your love and your loving creations are holding out their hands to help you cross and welcome them. Okay. Because it is your love, your loving thoughts within you that you're seeking. What I'm really seeking is the loving thoughts that are within me, that are me. The Course in Miracles says you are a loving thought in the mind of God. You are a loving thought that God had that then extended from God's mind. That's what you are. You are a loving thought in the mind of God. And what we're seeking for is our loving thoughts that are in our mind, just like we are in the mind of God. And it says you're seeking only your completion. Okay? That's what we're all seeking. We all think we're like, oh, if only I could find someone to love me and someone I could love. Truth is that what we're really seeking is the experience of feeling complete. Like there's nothing missing from me. There's nothing missing from me. I'm not missing any worth, any value, any love, any joy, any peace. I'm complete. I'm not missing anything.
And I don't mean to be beating up on religions as often as I tend to do, but religions play a big game in this, because religion is always teaching that you're not complete.
Always.
And what does religion teach? That you have to do what? Something outside of yourself to
get.
be complete.
Yes,
It's
that's right.
teaching the same message.
That's right.
And as the world teaches,
Mm-hmm.
and we're learning to come back home,
Mm-hmm.
return to your first love.
Yeah.
What was your first love? Well, my first love was knowing that I have everything,
Mm-hmm.
that I don't need anything outside of me. Boy, I
Mm-hmm.
love that.
Yeah,
I really love that.
me too.
I really love that I don't have to do anything. As the
Mhm.
Course says, you need do nothing.
Mhm.
Why? Because I have everything.
Yeah.
If I didn't have everything, then I would need to do something. I'd have to start bagging groceries at the store to start getting my worth.
Yeah, need to go seek for your worth and your value and your love, and hope you can find it.
Yes. And there's a story about Jesus that keeps coming to mind as we've been teaching this. And the story goes something like, so don't get mad if I get it wrong, but not completely right.
You?
But I believe the Pharisees and Sadducees, the religious people, came to Jesus, and they were wanting to pose a question to him because they were wanting to find fault with him,
Mm-hmm.
And before they did, they were gonna, build him up, give him all this praise and stuff. And they said, "Teacher, teacher, we know that you're a man that is not swayed by men."
Mm-hmm.
And then they went on to ask a question. The question isn't important for this. It's the fact that they said, "We know that you're not persuaded by men."
Mm-hmm.
And what it sounded like they were saying is, "But we know you don't care about anything that we say,
right?
Or what other people are doing.
You don't need praise."
Yeah, like he was some, stuck up, arrogant person that that was above everybody else.
Right.
But what it really was, and what they were seeing in him, what they weren't connecting, was he didn't need anything.
He didn't need that praise
outside of him to validate
Yes.
what inside of him already told him.
Yes.
He didn't need somebody outside of him and go, "Hey, you're right about that.
Hey, you're awesome.
You're pretty smart.
Wow, you're
Hey,
great.
we should like you. We should love you."
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't looking for the praise,
External validation.
And external praise, because he already had it. And they didn't understand that. It looked like arrogance to some. It looked like, something out of this world. And it was, because it is out of this world, because it's not the way this world operates.
Right.
But it was a great demonstration of somebody demonstrating to the world, this is what a life looks like when you don't need external validation.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
exactly. And when you're not seeking external validation or love, you really are free, because whatever it is you think you need validation and love from externally, you turn into an idol, and now you are subject to that. Now you've made that into an idol, and now you are the prisoner. You are of that idol, right? So now, if there's something outside yourself you need, now you're vulnerable to that thing.
Mary says this is so helpful, and I agree, Mary. Anna and I were just talking the other day about how much we appreciate you guys, because doing the classes, we, like last week, Anna could tell you, for 2 days after our class, I was like, I got so much out of that class. And every time we say teach, but it's really channeling. We're not teaching. We're just reading what the Course says, and we're listening to what Spirit is telling us. And we walk away just like you guys, just like Mary says, and we walk away from the class. This was so helpful. But my point is, I love that you guys show up all the time, because for Anna and I, we've been reading through the text 1 through 31, and we're toward the end of chapter 30. So we're getting close to the end of that reading. But our point is that if we don't have a schedule, which we don't on our text reading, it's taken us a
year.
A year to read through
the whole text
because we don't have a schedule.
Right.
But with you guys, we all have a schedule: Sunday afternoons, Monday nights, Wednesday evenings, and because of that set schedule, it's like this is when I go to the gym to work out. This day, that day, and that day. And because I have that schedule, then I accomplish it. And because you and us have the schedule, we accomplish putting this truth into us every week, putting it in, putting it in, putting it in. And I really love this section. I really do. I love all of them.
Yeah, but every one of them.
It seems like every one of them is so great. Like, this is the greatest one.
Right.
But this is so powerful to know that all my efforts that trying to get outside of myself, that's what's preventing. That's the block.
From experiencing your completion.
From me getting on the bridge to go to the other side.
Right.
The bridge to get to the other side is the awareness of nothing outside of myself is my source.
Right.
The kingdom is within.
And that's your freedom. And that's your true power. You know, if I think that my joy, love, peace, and happiness comes from Greg, then, now I'm not free. Now there's something outside of me that, there's laws I'm subject to, outside of me. I'm not free. Now you're not free when you need something. When you need someone and you need something that you don't already have, you're not free at all. You are codependent. You're beholden. You're a slave to it. Whatever you need, you're a slave to. Whatever you need that's outside of you that you don't have within yourself, you become a slave to. Right? That becomes your addiction, which then affirms how empty and valueless you really are. So truly, these ideas are our freedom. And that's what it was saying in the earlier paragraphs. This is your freedom from your addiction, from your enslavement to whatever it is you think you need to have that you don't have already within yourself. So this is your freedom.
That really is what it is, huh?
Your freedom.
Addiction. I have an addiction to external sources.
Yes.
I have an addiction to externally trying to be fulfilled and complete.
Yes.
I have an addiction to that. And once I realize that, and the more I become aware of that, then when I'm finding myself getting upset because I'm not getting what I wanted outside of myself, I can quicker and quicker and quicker come back to peace by remembering, yes. I'm doing it again.
That's right. I'm enslaving myself.
I'm boozing away, trying to get what I need outside of myself.
That's right.
And it's gonna cause an accident. I'm gonna,
right,
have a problem here.
Anybody, anything you feel addicted to, you're enslaved to. That's your master. Right. And so any person you think you need, you have now become the slave and you've made them your master. And so the Course in Miracles is telling us you're actually free because you don't need anyone or person, place, or thing outside of you for your light, for your joy, for your peace, for your worth, for any of that, for your love, for love. Right. So to learn that there is no love to be found outside yourself and stop seeking for it outside yourself, that you really are hearing the way to be free from what you've enslaved yourself to.
All right. From Germany,
No, beautiful.
Here it's still night. Woke up and so sad. My friend Ron ran away after a little dispute on Sunday. Never heard from him. Suffer now, deep headache. I want to be free.
Beautiful.
Well, this is
beautiful.
for you.
Well, then you came to the right place. You're right. Okay. So thank you for saying that, Vera. I think I'm saying your name correctly. Vera, is that your name? Okay. Ghostinger, stonewalling is cruel. Okay. Okay. Is your name Vera? What's your name? So I don't want to mispronounce your name. Okay. So thank you for sharing that. Thank you for taking the risk to share that, the heartache that you are feeling after your friend ran away after a dispute. Thank you for sharing that. And right now you are a prisoner to that heartache. And so you're hearing the truth, Vera, that was set you free from that heartache. And the truth is that when your friend ran away, your love did not run away. Mm-hmm. You know, they did not take your love when they ran away. You know, the love is still within you because the love is you. It never was true that your love came with your friend when they came to you. And it's not true that your love left when they left. And when you go within to feel that love, you will find that you still have that love. The only reason that you feel like your love ran away with your friend is because you're not looking within to feel the love that is you. So beautiful. So thank you for your honest sharing on that one, Vera. And that's the perfect practical application.
Yeah, it's a great example too of what we all deal with.
Yes.
But yeah.
Yes.
And the reason, if your friend ran away, no matter what that represents, let's say support. Mm-hmm. And you feel like your support left, part of your support, not just your love.
Right.
Or you feel lonely.
Yeah.
Now.
Right.
Whatever the ego world is telling you, consider even writing those down. Sit down and take a few minutes and write those down. What does that mean?
Right.
And if it means I've lost support, I'm going to be lonely, think about that, because if I believe that I'm going to be lonely now because my friend left, as long as I retain that belief, I'm going to manifest being lonely.
Very good. Whether it's through him or somebody else.
Do you see how that works?
Exactly.
And until I cut that belief off,
allow it to be corrected,
then I'm going to experience being lonely. I'm going to experience feeling sad, lacking love. Any of the things that I wrote down, all of those things are what I'm going to experience as long as I believe
that's right.
My source is outside of me. And that's the great part about this particular section that says, fear not to look at the special love relationship. Don't be afraid to look at it. And that's how we look at it, is, well, what did that represent? And then take a tally of what it represents, and then realize I'm looking for whatever I wrote down outside of myself. That number 2 item, I'm looking for that outside of myself. And do it with Holy Spirit. Yeah. Ask Holy Spirit to go through the looking within with you.
Exactly.
And I'm telling you, you will have a powerful transformation of this.
Yes.
It'll be great.
That's exactly right. And so your friend who ran away, Vera, the Course in Miracles would say that this person really is your savior.
Yes.
Because they are helping you to see that you believe that you are incomplete.
Right.
Without another person.
They showed up to show you that.
They are your mirror showing you that you believe falsely that you are incomplete unless another person is with you. Okay?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So they are gifting you by mirroring to you a false belief that you have, one of your barriers to the experience of love within yourself, this false belief that in and of yourself you are incomplete, that you are missing something, and that without somebody else, without another body, that you are incomplete, right? And, if this person had not run away and provided this mirror to you of your barriers to love within yourself, then who knows how long you would have gone on believing this lie that is what's really keeping you from experiencing real love. No.
Yeah. And real contact.
So in a way, if you're to see this experience in a differently through the eyes of truth, then you would be seeing this person as giving you a gift of helping you to see something in yourself that you had not been looking at. Okay. And what you had not been looking at is all your barriers within yourself to the experience of love, a love you cannot lose, a love that can never abandon you. Okay. So, okay, beautiful. Okay, now, because we only have 15 minutes left, then I'm going to skip to paragraph 11.
11.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. But first, I just want to emphasize something that was in the last paragraph that we did, where it says, you are seeking for your completion. You think you want this person to stay. You think you want a boyfriend. You think you want a girlfriend. You think you want a mate. You think you want this. You think you want that. Oh, if only I had that, I'd be happy. If only I had that, I'd be happy. Oh, if only I had them, I'd be happy. If I only looked like this, I'd be happy. Oh, if I only had this, I'd be happy. Okay. You think you're looking for that thing outside of yourself. But the truth is that what we really want, all we want is completion. Just like that's all we want. We want to feel complete. I think, well, if I just had power, fame, money, physical pleasure, if I just had that relationship, if I just look like this, then I would be happy. But the truth is all I really, really want, that's all we really, really want, is to feel complete. Like I'm not missing anything. I'm not lacking anything. That's all we really seek. And we think that those things outside of ourselves are going to make us complete. They think, that's what we like, it will complete me. If I just had a relationship, that would complete me. I would be complete. So what we're really seeking here is an experience of being complete. Nobody likes the feeling of feeling like you lack something.
Right.
Nobody's like, I feel like I don't have enough of this or that, but I feel great. Nobody feels good about feeling like they lack something, anything, and so all we really want is to feel like I'm not missing anything, so I just wanted to say that.
And that's a good point with everything. All these characters show up in our life and they're all holding a big mirror up in front of us, like Anna said, and showing us what we believe inside of ourselves. And then we're mad at them for showing us what's inside of us,
what we believe,
which is a false belief.
Yes.
And then once we become aware of that, I've been looking for whatever it is outside of myself, and they just showed me that, and it's obvious because I'm upset.
Okay.
And that's the beginning of us being able to be reborn in our beliefs.
That's right.
And to bring it to Holy Spirit, which I'm sure we're going to get to here.
Yes.
Hopefully there'll be like a little prayer or something by the end. This was a long section.
This is a very, very long section.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
That's why we wanted to do it again this week.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So paragraph 11. Okay. So would you not go through fear to love? Would you not be willing to look at your self-hate? Look at how you feel like you're empty and worthless on the inside. Wouldn't you be willing to look at your self-hate and your belief that you're empty of worth and value and love on the inside if it meant that's how you could experience the love you desire? Wouldn't you be willing to look at your self-hate and see that you feel empty and devoid, unworthy of love on the inside, if it meant that by looking at your self hate, you could experience the completion that you really desire? Wouldn't you? Okay. It says, because that is what the journey seems to be. Okay. This is what this journey is. It's where you look at your self hate that you perceive within yourself that makes you feel unworthy of love, devoid of love on the inside, so that you can experience the reality of the love that is within you, that is heaven, that is you. Okay? That's what the journey is, where you go through your fear to look within and see your self-hatred so that you can experience the love that really is within you. Okay. The Course in Miracles says heaven is when you have looked within and seen no lack, when you experience completion and abundance that is within you, that is the truth about your being and your nature. So, would you not go through fear to love? For such the journey seems to be. Love calls, though your self hate wants you to stay. Don't hear the call of hate within yourself, which means don't see any fantasies like something outside of you can make you happy and bring you love, because your completion lies in your truth and nowhere else. Your sense of completion lies in knowing the truth about yourself. You say, oh, if I only had that relationship, I'd be happy. No, the truth is only in knowing the truth about yourself as only love, as complete, knowing the truth about yourself as love has created you, only there lies your experience of real love and completion and joy and peace. Only knowing the truth about yourself. That old phrase, know the truth and the truth shall set you free. You know, the Course in Miracles is telling you only as you know the truth about yourself will you experience the love that completes you. Okay. So that says, see in the call of hate and in every fantasy that rises to delay you, but the call for help that rises ceaselessly from you to your creator. So every time you are feeling that, oh, love has left me, love has abandoned me, oh my God, I need this person or that thing outside of me. The Course calls that a fantasy that is delaying you from experiencing the love that you want, the love that you desire. Okay. Every time you experience that fantasy where, oh, if I only had that, I'd be happy. Oh, if I only had them, I would have the love that I desire. Course calls that a fantasy. And the Course is telling you whenever you have one of those fantasy, that's hurting you and frightening you, by the way, to see that as your call for God's help. That's your call for the help. That's you calling for help. That's your call for help that is rising ceaselessly from you to your creator. Oh, I'm calling for love. I'm calling for help. I believe someone or something outside of myself will complete me. I'm just calling for help. That's all it is. You're not dumb. You're not stupid. You're not a fool. You're just calling for help to your creator. And now, would your creator not answer you, whose completion it is God's? You're calling for help from God. Would God not answer you when you are God's completion? You are God's completion. God loves you wholly without deception, as you must love wholly without deception, because love is wholly without deception, and therefore love is wholly without fear. There is no fear in love. You don't need to fear love. There's nothing to fear with love. And love never deceives. Love never deceives you. Love never abandons you. Love never tricks you. Love always gives itself completely, wholly, and completely to you forever. Love never deceives you. Love can never abandon you. Love could never leave you. Love could never lie to you. Love could never betray you. Wow. And that's the way God loves you. God's love will never betray you. God's love will never abandon you. God's love will never deceive you. God's love will never lie to you. Okay? Because it says, whom God remembers must be complete. And God has never forgotten what makes God complete, which is you. In your completion lies the memory of God's completeness, and God's gratitude to you for God's completion. God will never forget. All right. Okay, how are we doing on time? All right. All right. Okay, so I'm going to go to sentence 5 in paragraph 12. The journey that seemed to be endless, like, how can I find love? How can I find my completion? Where is it? I'm searching for my completion. The journey that seemed to be endless is almost complete. Hallelujah. Okay, that journey, I've got to find the love. I got to find some love. I got to find my worth. I got to find my value. You know, that journey that we've been on. I'm looking for love. I'm looking for love. That journey is almost complete, because what is endless, love, is very near. You have almost recognized what is endless. You have almost recognized the love in you that is endless. That's why the journey that seemed to be endless is almost complete, because the love that is endless, that is you, in you, is very near. You have almost recognized it. So this is what love says to us. Turn with me firmly away from all deceptions now. What does that mean? That means don't let anything stand in the way of the truth about you as love and only love. We take this last foolish journey away from the love we are together, and then together we go straight to God in joyous answer to God's call for God's completion, which is you.
And then let's just read 13 and no
Oh,
commentary. We just
okay. All right. And so if seeking love outside yourself, relationships of any kind would hinder love's completion, can they have any value to you? What would interfere with love, your completion, must interfere with you. Only in time does interference in God's completion seem to be possible. The bridge that God would carry you across lifts you from time into eternity. Waken from time and answer fearlessly the call of God, who gave eternal love to you in your creation. On this side of the bridge to timelessness, you understand nothing. But as you step lightly across this bridge, upheld by timeless love, you are directed straight to the heart of knowledge. At the center of the heart of endless love, and only there, you are safe forever, because you are complete forever. There is no veil the love of God in us together cannot lift. The way is open. Follow it with me. All right.
follow it with me.
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying is write it down and ask Holy Spirit to join you in this. And I just realized we started at
Yes,
quarter
exactly.
after.
It tells us what time it is right there on the live
okay,
tab.
great. Cool. But God wants us to experience our natural creation
Yeah.
of being.
Which is
And
completeness.
So God, Holy Spirit is waiting for us to go, okay, I'm going to take a look at all these things outside
All
of
these
me.
idols.
All these idols. What's an idol? Something that we thought could give us outside of us our completion. And what's the Course say? Every time an idol falls,
you will weep.
We cry.
Yeah, exactly. But it's a good thing when idols fall, because, worshiping things outside of yourself, believing that they will give you the love and the power and the worth, that's what we have enslaved ourselves to. That's what we have given our power and our love away to. So every time we think that something or someone outside of us will complete us or make us happy or bring us love, you better believe it's a setup. It's a trick. You're setting yourself up to hurt, to have pain, to have fear, because nothing outside of you can complete you. And so anything you worship outside of yourself in the belief that it'll complete you or bring you love, it's just a big old setup for when it inevitably fails. Every idol you worship will fail, and you will cry, and you will say, oh, love abandoned me, love hurt me, when that's not at all what has happened.
I love that sentence 6, on this side of the bridge. What's this side of the bridge? This side of the bridge is where we believe that outside of us is our source.
Our completion.
Is our completion. On this side of the bridge to timelessness, you understand nothing. And that's why I said earlier, it's not your fault. It's not my fault. When it says you will understand nothing, it wasn't just talking to Diana or to Mary or to Verda. It was talking to Anna, Greg, to every single one of us. Why? Because every single one of us came to this earth, came to this world of illusion, being taught that everything we need was outside of us.
That we were incomplete somehow.
A true Messiah is one that comes demonstrating that nothing outside of me is my completion. And so on this side of the bridge, we don't understand anything. But as we begin crossing the bridge, we start dropping. I just see like these old garments falling off of us, which are old belief systems.
Exactly.
That said, I need this outside of me for my to sustain me. I need this outside of me for love.
Old addictions.
I need this outside of me to have peace. And I need this outside of me to have joy.
All these burdens.
And as we're going across the bridge and learning, oh, I don't need that for my joy. I don't need that to sustain me. I don't need
that for love.
For my peace. And you see how the chains are falling off. We're becoming freer and freer and freer. Yeah. And how free will we be when we are not slaves or subject to anything outside of us? That makes us godlike.
Yes.
Children of God.
Yes.
That we don't need anything outside of us to sustain us in any way.
Exactly. And I just want to affirm that heaven, which is a state of mind of completion and abundance, is within us. And that when we finally start seeking within ourselves for our relationship with God, God's love, the way God created us, the truth about us, when we start seeking within us for the truth about ourselves as God created us, then we will find the heaven of our completion. So heaven is the sense of completeness that you find within yourself when you are looking within yourself for the truth about yourself as you were created by your creator. You know, you can only be aware of the truth about yourself as created by your creator when you look within. And so we're learning how to stop looking outside of ourselves for the joy, the completion, the sense of worth and value. We're learning how to close our eyes and tune within ourselves to find our reality as we were created by our creator. And that's when we experience the love and the joy and the completeness that we've really, that we've been seeking on this long freaking journey. The Course says we've been on a long journey, and it says we've been on a journey outside of ourselves. All these years, all these lifetimes, we've been on this journey to find something outside of ourselves, you know, that would complete us. When really, you know, we had it all along. It's the Wizard of Oz thing.
Right.
We've been on this long ass journey for all these lifetimes, seeking for what we had and what we were all along.
Right.
That's the Wizard of Oz message.
Yep.
You know.
And this is important to hear, that I don't know how to say it perfectly, but whatever it is that people are coming and holding up as a mirror to you and showing you, like in this story
with Vera
that Vera just shared, a great example, showed Vera that, see, you believe that you need something outside of yourself
for love,
to not feel lonely, to have somebody to talk with, to communicate with. And now that they left, you don't have those things anymore. And they were just a mirror showing myself that, well, I want you to hear this. Once you start letting go of those lies, that old belief system,
those barriers to love,
what will happen is people will show up in your life holding up a mirror, and you'll be like in a case, you'll have somebody show up that talks your ear off, and you have plenty of communication, plenty of love, plenty of feeling connected. Whatever it is that you were writing on the list before, and it doesn't leave. It doesn't. And if it does, it doesn't change anything for you. But the point is just like people will show up with mirrors showing you where you need some training, some change,
something
in your life,
you need to look at, like it was saying, we need to look at this,
some development. People will show up in your life with a mirror showing you where you're getting it right now.
That's right.
Hey, look at, you're getting it right now. I'm just a mirror here reflecting love to you, because you've learned that you don't need it to come through me.
Right.
But here I am, and I'm loving on you.
Yeah.
And the mirrors work both ways.
That's right. Beautiful.
Not just a one-sided deal.
That's right. Beautiful. Well,
All
guys,
right.
thank you for being here and sharing so innocently. Demi says the little monkey in Japan is a great display of love with abandonment. Yes, of course. But thank you for joining this broadcast. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Thanks for sharing it, and thanks for your support. Thanks for your honest, authentic sharing that you have done during this. Like Diana says, shadow work. That's exactly right. Shadow work is where we look within to see our own self-hatred, which is making us feel like we don't have love within ourselves, which is making us believe that we need to go find it outside ourselves. That's called, so Diana, you're exactly right. What A Course in Miracles does advocate and teaches us how to do the right way is shadow work, looking at the self-hatred that we believe is within us, that we have within us, that we're not looking at, so it's teaching us how to do that so that we can find the love that is there within us. Like the love, the truth about us as love and only love is just below the lies, just below the self-hatred. So, of course, in Miracles is teaching us, would you not go through looking at your self-hatred if your true love is underneath it? Wouldn't you? You know, so that's what this whole section is about. Looking, you know, being willing to look at the self-hatred that we believe is within us, that makes us believe we don't have the love within us, so that we can discover the heaven, the love within us. So appreciate you guys so much. And we'll see you next Wednesday, same place, same time, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and on my YouTube channel and my Facebook channel. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Till next week.